Well, my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. Standing here outside the Pentagon door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. But the audits came, the numbers are all wrong. We can't find where all the cash is gone. The accountants are all starting to cry. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me you'll hide files for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving out $1 trillion or two. Don't know if they'll even have a clue. Oh babe, I hate to go. Man, that's enough for now. But when I finish that one, it's gonna be a banger. More people should write songs from the perspective of Donald Rumsfeld. Man, that was fun, but enough of that. Due to a bunch of weird circumstances and coincidences, that song reminds me I have somewhere to be. At the mess this android already made. At the mess this android already made. At the mess this android.
Your move, creep.
It's been a long week. And frankly, I'm getting tired of being stuck. Sure, you've got a mountain of evidence, counselor. I'll give you that. Black box recordings, temporal radiation signatures, eyewitness reports, all placing a man-sized ant right there in the cabin of Flight 11, trading blows with this metal mook, Time Zone. You think you've got me dead to rights for rewriting history. But you're looking at the wrong reflection in the mirror. Let's talk a little bit about that mid-air collision on September 11th. Your forensics team pulled ant mandible DNA from the cockpit door. They matched it to me. Case closed. Right? Wrong. Take a close look at the cellular decay in those samples. That DNA belongs to a guy whose internal biological clock has clocked an extra 15 years of hard miles. The ant on that plane was a sports model graying around the antennae. He had scars I haven't even bled for yet. The fire ant man who boarded that flight isn't the guy standing here in this suit today. That was me from a tomorrow that hasn't happened yet. A future version of me who finally figured out Time Zone's dirty little secret and chased him back to 2001 to stop him from messing with the timeline. Look at the chronology, Judge. You're trying to convict a man for a crime his future self committed while trying to clean up the mess this android already made. I didn't invent backwards time travel, and I sure as hell wasn't on that plane. I was back in 2026, minding my own business, when this walk-in toaster dropped into my lap with a chassis stamp from 2085. Time Zone is the one who brought the match to the powder keg. My future self was just trying to smother the sparks. You can't lock me up today for a firefight I won't even start for another 15 years. So clear my sheet, Your Honor. If you want to bust the ant on that plane, you're going to have to wait a decade and a half for him to show up. I'm moving on.
Fire ant, fire ant, fire ant, fire ant, fire ant, fire ant, fire ant man. I hope I don't get sued. Fire ant, 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 fire ant. I hope I don't get sued. Fire ant, fire ant man. I hope I don't get sued.
Congratulations, everyone. We did it. Alright, Fire Ant-Man. Now that one Fire Ant-Man finally went and succeeded at doing something, I guess our mission is over. I don't know, we still got a lot to do. Yeah, I know, but it's getting kind of complicated. So I figured out a way to simplify things. we're going to coordinate a multi-jump deployment. Because we keep screwing up daylight savings time, we're all going to jump to the same places at the same time in 2 different sets. One for daylight savings and one for not. That way all jump will all go back in time at the same time and be able to coalesce into one super fire Ant-Man. To do this, we can link up using our pheromones and our colony hive mind. Just remember, once we go back, if you're the one that goes back later in time, you have to remember to go back again.
Da-la-la-la. Da-la-la-la.
I found the bioweapon.
Right. Now what?
Da-la-la-la.
Hey there, ghouls, boils, and beach bum Bedouins. Welcome back to Tales of Assisted Living Dread, where the waves are totally gnarly and the residents are stiff. Grab your boards and your zinc oxide, dudes. I don't need any. Tonight, we are catching a freakish wave straight into the Sunset Zone. We're heading down to the Shady Pines Retirement Reef.
Consider the case of Mrs. Ellen Abernathy. She lives in the quietest corner of the Shady Pines Retirement Reef. Every evening, her routine is identical. She climbs into bed, adjusts her blankets, and shuts her eyes exactly at 9 o'clock. But when the clock strikes midnight without a hand touching the remote, a television set at the foot of her bed crackles to life. The screen flashes open with harsh, brilliant glows and immediately begins blasting loud noises from a bygone era. The volume set to maximum. The noise echoes off the walls. The bright glow washes over her small, frail form under the heavy quilts. Yet Mrs. Abernathy does not move a muscle, leaving us to wonder about Mrs. Abernathy herself. Is she simply a woman who's hard of hearing, locked in a deep, unbreakable net? Or has she crossed the final finish line, leaving her body behind, while the television acts as her eternal, ghostly caretaker? No one knows. The TV continues to run, broadcasting to a witness who may no longer be there. It is a nightly ritual taking place on the border of life, death, and tales of assisted living dread.
Oh man, that's horrifying. You know what? I don't want to end up like that. Just because I did something doesn't mean it's time to do nothing. For some reason, I feel like I'm filled with the energy of 1,000 fire ant-men. I feel like I know everything and nothing all at the same time. And I'm a little gassy. You know what? I think with my new unearned and unfounded confidence, I'm gonna do something new. Although, this does remind me of the last time I stepped out of my comfort zone. Falling right into the couch, coming home from work, sore. It just takes one trip to the fridge, then I won't have to move anymore. I'll fall right into my comfort zone. You know you'll find me right inside my comfort zone. Not unlike a term, I burrowed into the sofa, right? Watching old episodes of Star Trek, unsure of how to live my life. Maybe it's time to leave my comfort zone. What will I find? What will I find outside my comfort zone? I've gotta go and find me you. He'll know exactly what I need to do. Me you knows what just you me can be when we us all are set free. Will I set out on a fetch quest to retrieve what eludes me? Ah, look, it's Biggs and Wedge. Always something good on TV. So you'll find me in my comfort zone. Comfort zone! This military propaganda film has inspired me. I'm gonna learn to fly. That will solve all my problems. What's the worst that can happen?
Da-la-la-la.
A moment later.
Hello passengers, as your safety is my responsibility, an authority granted to me by the airline directly, I, Fire Ant-Man, have commandeered the plane. Now, if you look to the left, you'll see many of your seatmates outside the plane. Yes, we have lost many of our passengers, including our pilots. Those wearing their seatbelts, congratulations on following basic safety instructions. And those who are wedged into your seats, your obesity has saved you, so I've learned a lesson today. The fasten seatbelt sign is lit. We may be feeling a little bit of turbulence as we attempt to catch your fellow passengers.
Upon evaluation, yes, I will still step outside my comfort zone.
Da-la-la-la.